What is up, everybody? Rory Plays here, back for another episode of unboxing. I've been promising this one for a while, and this is a tech review, so it will probably go in its own section, later to be transferred over to the other channel. I've promised this for a while, and it finally came in today, only because I had to replace the old one. And it is this, the Razer Tartarus V2. Now, this is essentially just a gaming controller. You can use it as just another extension of a keyboard if you want. But it's similar to the Stream Deck. There is a lot of button mapping to do to get it to that stage. Now, I predominantly and mainly use it for Minecraft, but there are other elements to it that can make it work for other games. I had tried it out on Halo Reach a long time ago to see if that would work. It could have. I would have to, for my sake, personally, I would have to get a little transfer that goes over the top of the keys to kind of tell me what's what. Because button mapping on that one was a little bit difficult. But it could be done. And then, yeah, essentially that just takes out the use of the keyboard. So if you want something a little bit extra with a little bit of a rest on it, grab this. I personally highly recommend it. I thought it was fantastic when we first grabbed it. The idea was just a random spur of the moment. We saw it on the website the gaming website that we use. So the computer website we use, which is pccasegear.com. I don't think it's Australian owned, but the store where everything that I order comes from is within Australia, so I end up getting everything within the week. I think the longest I've waited for anything off PC Gear is maybe 7 days, and that was right at the beginning of the COVID impact. So everyone was kind of worried about what's what, and we still have a lot of cases in Australia. We're kind of dying down at the moment, but Melbourne in particular has been quite a bit of a feeding ground for it. So it is unfortunate, but that is just the way things are. Just another thing that we've all had to deal with. We've all had impacts through COVID. I personally haven't had it yet. Never say never, I suppose. But yeah, so let's get into the unboxing, and we'll see what we're talking about. Okay, so I don't actually have a second camera to use to go overhead for the unboxing, so I just had to pause and readjust the camera above. But this is what we're looking at. You still can't see that properly. So let's see if I can flip. Bonus, there we go. So that's it. So the Tartarus V2. Retailed in about, I think it was 140, 150, I think, if memory serves. It's been a while since I have. This one's actually secondhand. I bought it from a friend. I was given it by a friend who had the same thing, had upgraded to something different, and also didn't like these to begin with. So it was just boxed up already. So it opens up straight away, straight onto the case. You just pull the control out, and then, unlike others, it's actually, the cord is connected, which you cannot see because the lighting is not the greatest. So I will get a bit ingenuitive. Just use an old work light, which I cannot dim down, so I still apologize. But yeah, it actually goes through the pad. And it, like I said, it is connected all the way through. Then you check out the little welcoming message, which I will read in a second. And all the cords bundle into here. It has this little stretchy rubber grommet that clips over. And as you can see on my hand, there's a little ball that the holes just goes through the hole, and it locks it into place. Also good for cable management, because I did use this for quite a bit before buying custom sleeving. So I'll just quickly replace some of this. I don't use it nearly as much as I used to, but would like to get into that again sometime soon. Probably doing community Minecraft or something like that. So yeah, so there is the case. Basically, the wrist rest comes off with a couple of different holes in it, so you can mount it a little bit further down if you have a bigger hand. But I have a small hand, so there it works perfectly. And essentially, it just sits right under the hand, so your hand will lean on that the whole time. Majority of the time that I utilize it, when I utilize it, I have my hands gripping that whole time. If I don't need any of the buttons pressed at the time, and it's a human reflex. The basis of your hand wants it's not being used, just wants to click. It wants to, if there's something under it, it wants to push hard against it every so often. And that could be, you could map any of these buttons to anything you want, so that could be your high-powered weapon. Gone. You used up your last ammo on that because you weren't paying attention. But generally it is, I'm going to talk about my experience with Minecraft only. So, spacebar, so any jumping, although I haven't figured out how to quietly use that comfortably without taking my whole hand off. So my thumb isn't quite big, as you can see, but it does cover the spacebar. So obviously moving around, which the moving around does take a bit to get used to because you're directing slightly different. And then, but to jump, there's no diagonal jumping unless you're moving. I suppose people with bigger thumbs could probably go like that. And then there's an action button here. I don't know how you would use that without having to curve your whole hand over. Other than that though, very basic. Scroll wheel. So you probably turn this into a left-handed mouse if you want. It does work very much the same way. But yeah, turn up, down, scroll wheel, and then you have 19 separate buttons to map. 20th is a space bar, but I guarantee most people would leave it as a space bar, just because it's your jump button. And I will plug it in soon just to give you a bit of a look on to the different looking of it. It does have RGB, but I'll quickly read out the little welcome card, which you cannot see, but I will read. So, congratulations and welcome to the next level of gaming domination. On every battlefield, it is imperative that you are armed with the most lethal combination of any arsenal: the mouse and the keyboard. Razer keyboards have been fine-tuned to develop top-notch performance, so you can always bring your A game, and trust me, this thing does help, if you know how to map your buttons correctly. Razer keyboards offer a variety of features that cover the full spectrum of gamers' needs. From specifically designed Razer mechanical switches for absolute accuracy and invaluable tactile feedback, to Razer chroma lighting that will empower you to creatively express your play style. Once again, we'll get into that after this reading. This is a keyboard that is optimized for every type of gamer. Oh, there is a keyboard optimized for every type of gamer. With casual gamers to world champions in the Razer community, one thing is certain: the love for winning is universal, and that is brought to life by the demand for the very best hardware. Being part of the Razer community gives you access to perks such as exclusive contents giveaways, and first wind of the latest Razer offerings. You'll also enjoy reviews and tips from professional esports athletes, as well as extensive coverage of high-profile gaming events. And then it tells you a few different places to go to join up to their community. So there is Razer Insider at insider.razerzone.com. Give them a like on Facebook at facebook.com/Razer. Follow them on Twitter at twitter.com/Razer. And subscribe to their YouTube, youtube.com/Razer. Now ready your weapon and let the games begin. And then I'm going to apologize, I'm going to pronounce this wrong, I know it. Min Liang Tan, co-founder and CEO of Creative Directory. There's also code on the back. I'm guessing that is something to do with, little code on the side, which I know for a fact anything on here was entered by Mark. Little code on the side that is, I'm assuming, for maybe something to do with your warranty. Pull a little plastic sleeve off, so you have your basic handbook. And from what I remember of my own, there were a sticker sheet in here. It came with 2 Razer stickers One of which is on my old computer, because like I said, I put down the stickers of anything that I endorsed. So anything that I was like, hell yeah, that's part of the system now, I put on there. So at the moment, on my main setup, I have an Elgato sticker and an Apple sticker. Just because, well, I have an iPhone and it came with stickers. That's really my only reasoning. So I'll just pop that back in, and then we'll turn the lights on to the gamepad. So we'll plug it in, and we'll go over it a bit better. Now, like I said, I do apologize because the lighting is so poor. I think next time I'll just get one of these setups working a bit better. So there we are, all powered up. It does come with a fairly standard imagery. Hang on, I'm losing my mouse. I've lost my mouse. There we go. Just drop that down. You guys will see all that anyway. So just open the Razer Synapse app up. So it does come with a downloadable program to help with it. So you download Synapse. This fucking thing. Oh, no, there we go. Now I've only got one selection, which is the chroma pad. And it will tell you whether there is any connected viable programs. I will switch over to that program sheet in a second. Just going to plug this in so that we can play around for a little bit with the images and also the program. Alright, so there we go. There's the glow back up again. While I'm at it, add a little browser in. Sorry guys, this isn't coming down as much as I wanted it to. Okay, so this is not popping up how I wanted. There we go, perfect. So I'm just going to stretch this out over the screen for now. So this is what I'm talking about. So this lets you, as soon as you plug it in, it'll tell you any device you have on. And then you get the choice to update it to the size that you want. So click on the Tartarus because that's what we have. And then for here, you give it a profile. Obviously I had different things. Key mapping. Key map 1, I'm pretty sure, was designed for Minecraft, which would have made sense, but it's not. What's key map 2 for? Okay, so it must have been the Minecraft profile. So you click the side, and it will tell you how you had everything. Everything in green is everything you have changed. So I changed everything, so the D-pad is WASD, as it should be. For some reason all that was changed as well. I have no idea why. It changed so many things for no reason. Keyboards, I changed this to the spacebar. It probably could have been anything else. 11, I made the inventory, although I only ever needed E, which I think is on there. But as you can see, 1 through 9 was everything I needed. And then, yeah, like I said, I made E, the little button bump. So it does actually program to everything you need. So with that being what it was, you get to choose, yeah, so all these little green things were the things I chose to change around. And that's what I needed. So obviously the little dot right here became my inventory. Yeah, see, keyboard function E. And it's just so I get into my access. I have not, as you see, downloaded anything else just yet. I only have Minecraft, and you can't see that on your screen, on the screen, but I had just the PC default, so I can use it as a keyboard secondary. I have 2 lots of key mapping, but I have a feeling both are kind of useless. So that is what it is. But the bigger thing that I do like, hang on, let's go back, is you can change the lighting. Now, I went for just quick effects, and I changed it to this little number. So as you can slightly see, it has got the flames going. Now that's what I've had it as for ages, but go back to the screen, you can actually change this to quite a few things, depending on what you want to do. So if you go into advanced media, you'll open up the studio and you can change everything you want. So I think you can change it to an audio meter. What that means, I have no idea. But yeah, you can add in so many other things, and then you can kind of just change the way it is. So I mean, if I wanted a red, so I can change all those colors to pink, and then save, and then yeah, it'll come to the closest form it has to that color. Mine has not really changed from the pink that much. To me, it doesn't look very horribly pink. To you, it might look very bright. Now, I know this isn't the best camera to use for it, for what I'm doing, but this is what I have at the moment. But yeah, so I keep it very, very simple. Yep, there you go. You can link it to certain games. You can link the profile to certain games, sorry. And then that way, if you have it to certain games, that button layout will always be for that game. So let's just check into that. Lighting. And like I said, I just prefer to keep it on the fire because it's just so simple, so nice. You can, like I said, change profiles. You can connect it to certain games. I was trying to figure out how to get it to work on PC Sim, but sadly I do not have that game anymore, so it's not going to continue on that way. But it does tell you here there are apps and games that can work for it. Click that up, it'll send you to a website that'll have all the games listed down for you. Now it's not too many. I mean, there's Monster Hunter Rise, which I know a lot of people that I've been talking to quite enjoy. There's the Life is Strange series. But again, nothing that I play, so it really ended up being a bit of an item that I didn't need, but I do know that you can change it up. But these are just games that already have a button mapping in place for them. So if you click on those, you've got an option there, and it helps you to come up with what you need and what you want as far as working out for you. But yeah, so that's everything you need to know about the Tartarus. Thank you so much for viewing the video, and hopefully you learned enough about it, and who knows, maybe you're interested in getting one for yourself. If so, that's here. I guarantee that you'll have a lot of fun with it, and there are smarter people out there than me that understand the mapping of it, so you'll probably get more use out of it than I ever did. But that's going to do for today, guys, so until next time, thank you very much for popping up. Just change that up there, and you can actually talk to me. Thank you so much for coming in and viewing the video, and hopefully this video has given you enough information about the Razer to decide whether or not you want one. Like I said, and I'm going to keep saying to everyone I can speak to until the end of time, yes, it does not work on every game, but it might give you that edge that you need for yours. As far as Minecraft, it made it a lot quicker and easier for me to play and a lot more enjoyable. Just because there was something slightly different yet again. Wasn't pulling my controller out every time. I mean, I do now. But this wasn't set up until this week. Or until today when I picked it up, so. I think you can change the switches in it. I have not tried. I suppose that could be another video for another time. Just looking it up. Also, I want to customize it in white and yellow. So that might be another video as well. I mean, it's just my product, so I'm only really really only destroying my own products. But if it doesn't work out, then that video will never make it. But once again, thank you for popping up. If you want to get a hold of me anytime quicker, hit me up on Twitch. I stream 3 nights a week. You'll be able to find out all sorts of information about the Tartarus if you don't just want to go to a website. Also, if you like it, if you're enjoying the unboxing series and the tech reviews, why not like, subscribe, comment, and hit the notification down below as well. Hit the bell notification as well. Just so you know when I go live. You know, I release content daily. Most of it's gameplay, but it would be nice if I could do something different. So that is there for now. If you want to get a hold of me anytime in between streams, hit me up on Discord. The link is down below. And yeah, check out what we've got on to offer. It'll let you know whenever we go live, whenever we stream, any of us. Whenever we have content coming up, it'll help give you an opportunity to have a vote on whenever you have a difference, or maybe we're curious on what to play next as far as our game series. Any competitions and giveaways are coming up as well. Trying to start them in March, so they'll be in that section. Even if we don't start in March, there'll be information on there to kind of give you more of a heads up. And there's also our storefront. We now have a Stream Lab store as well as Stream Elements. Both stores sell stuff slightly different, so we're sticking with them for now. We're going to try out both stores, and if one works out more, then obviously we'll transfer. But eventually the goal is to get a separate vendor, have a website of our own, and then have that sorted out. But that's it for now, guys. So yet again, like I said, if you enjoyed it, hopefully I've given you enough information to persuade you to pick up one. If not, that's really disappointing. But thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Peace.